Beautiful central New Jersey, which geographically speaking has nothing to do with the center of the state. What's up? What's going on? Hide and read. What's up, Kano? Come on, let's go for a walk. We're going to talk about books. And today we're going to do perhaps you should read. And instead of talking about a certain type of book, we're going to talk about the speed of reading. So perhaps you should read slowly. Now, there's a time for everything. Different people are reading for different reasons. And this isn't to talk poorly about people reading very quickly or anything like that. Everybody has different kinds of goals and different reasons for reading. But at the end of the day, I think the most important thing to do is to continue reading. Let's pick on Kevin Toll a little bit. He reads so fast. Or maybe he reads really slow and just spends a ton of time reading. I'm not sure. But he gets a lot of reading done. He also likes to do like long distance running events. And as I'm sure he will attest, it's not running like most people would think. It's somewhere in between somewhere in between running and walking a lot of times, because there's different kinds of terrain and you're going for a long distance. So what's important is that you just keep moving. So in a similar vein and fashion, while we're reading, the most important aspect is to continue reading. So sometimes we get a little bit burnt out or tired or stressed, and we get a little bit too focused on how many books are being read, how many pages are being read, instead of what really matters is the quality of the time spent reading and the impact that our reading has on our lives. I've said this before. Some of the best don't do that, Kano, that's rude. Some of the best books out there were released in like a serial fashion, in the sense that people were not supposed to read them all in one sitting. You know, if you're old enough, you remember before Netflix, you would have to sit down with your family and enjoy these TV shows 1 week at a time. And there was a thing called a season. And when that season ended, you were done watching that show until probably next year. So there wasn't this like push to watch everything all in one weekend, or, you know, the binging of media was not really a thing. And so you had a lot more space to digest and spend time in the world of whatever TV show or book that you're reading, the stories. And I just think preferably for me, that's the way to go. Now, I'm guilty as anyone. I want to get as much reading done as possible. We have only one life to live, and book 2, whether it's a curse or a blessing, it shows us lots of different options. And man, you just can't read everything, can you? You gotta pick and choose. And one way to get more reading done is by reading faster. But maybe we should read a little bit slower sometimes. Maybe sometimes we shouldn't be reading anything because we read something really impactful and we need space in order to digest and just understand and maybe just live in that world that we enjoyed so much. Speaking of which, look at this. This is amazing. All the colors. If you're into planes, there's a lot of jet planes overhead. Yeah, I live in the flight path of a couple big airports. Check in on Kano. But for anybody feeling down, or maybe you get depressed, sometimes you're like comparing yourself to other people and how much they're able to read. well, just consider, you like, some people have been reading for a long time, so it's very simple for them. Some people don't have a lot going on, and so they choose to read more, and they made space in their life in order to read. And some people maybe are just miserable, and reading is an escape. So, take your own time, try to figure out what your speed, what your pace is, and try to enjoy the run or the walkabout, or dare I say, your reading. Try to enjoy your reading, because that's why we're reading. Hopefully you're not reading for likes and clicks and comments. We're all guilty, probably a little bit, of falling into these traps, but I think we all know that that's not why we're reading. I'll be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure why we're all reading and why we're reading so much, but it's a rare time and place in history, in world history, where we're able to do this on just like a casual level. Recently reading Sackett series. Are you tired of hearing me talk about this? But Louis L'Amour talks a lot about some of the characters are well read, and the books that they've read, they can count on one or two hands, but they know these books. They're very familiar and intimate with these different books. And how many books are you familiar and intimate with? How many books have you reread 2, 3, 4 times? And why do you keep going back to them instead of reading more, like, newer books? And because some books are just worth spending time with. So yeah, that's about all I have to say about this one. If you have something to add to the discussion, as always, comment below. If you guys, thank you so much for watching the channel. Super appreciative. I have a little bit less to say and comment recently, just like I said, seasons of life. But yeah, I'm still watching everybody's videos. Everybody's still getting thumbs up, and yeah, what can I say? This is a great time and place in history. There's really nothing else like this, but let's just pump the brakes sometimes, and just try to be appreciative of what we're reading, because that's why we're here. So until next time, find somewhere to hide. This will be a good one. Find something to read. You could read the gravestones if you want. And until next time, peace. What do you want to say, Kano? Anything? Fucking derp.